Hello guys, and it looks like we've been a little bit late to the party, unfortunately. I think something got mixed in translation. I wasn't sent the IP. I'll try and catch up on whatever we've got. We've looked like we've got 4 buys on both sides. Is this just going to stay stuck? There we go. And it looks like, well, it's pretty even game so far. Although I do think they have got the teams the wrong way around, because I'm pretty sure that Invisible Threat are on the T side of this map. I'm not either that or yes. So the scores are currently the wrong way around as well, which is something a bit interesting. But hey ho, we know what we're doing. So far it looks like Akaz is again at the top of the board. And being on the T side, will he be able to hold this? It's Samos versus 2. He takes down 1. Will he be able to take down? And it looks like Prokaz has taken down the round. And well, although the scores are a little bit confusing, I think they should be the other way round. If someone, well, let me just message someone. So it looks like a pretty basic buy coming in from the T side. You've got a pretty decent amount of nades, although Butters is going to go down straight away with Fico taking him down. And it looks like the CTs already with a good start. They're going to need to hold the A site fairly well. They've got a 3-man on there. Well, it looks like the problem is that the teams have joined the wrong side, so we'll just have to make do. So at this point, ITG are on the T side, and they're currently losing 5-3. But obviously, we know Inferno is a T-sided map, and it looks like we're stuck again. Come on, get me off this body. There we go. Yeah, it's unable to change because it's running on a bot. But okay, so it's now in a 2v3 situation. A lot more damage has gone into the C side. They still have a Molotov and a smoke grenade, and they do still have the bomb. And they're checking all the angles, but Karolis is going to go down, and it's all left down to Atikas, who will get taken down, and that is 6-3 to AllTheRage. Wow, this is going to get confusing. The T side have enough money for some sort of minimal buy. I don't know if they were, yeah, Tech 9s, that seems to be. Oh, well, Atikas is not going with the trend, and they're going to have 1 AK in there. Don't know if that was a misbuy or some sort of tactical, I don't know, considering he's bottom of the leaderboard currently, and he is normally the alt man. This seems a bit of a strange tactic, and they're all going to get mowed down by Fico. A triple spray, and Atikas will take down 1 with the AK and then eventually get burned alive. And that was a great hold by the CT side. And now we're going to go for another sort of mixed buy. It looks like Atikas will be able to buy another AK, but if he does, he won't be able to afford the nades. Has he just gone for a full-on save? Can we switch to him? Nope, he's bought Galil. Okay. Okay, there we go. I was thinking it was a bit odd. It's just like, no, I'm going to buy nothing. And maybe a bit of a misbuy last round. Maybe tried to do a little bit of damage. But it doesn't seem like the right decision, to be honest. And Fico, again, holding that position on Banana. Managed to get a very good spray down last round. Granted, they did only have Tech 9s, most of them. And Butters is going to get the entry kill. We saw this yesterday. He is very good on the T side. And Atikas is also going to take down Fico. So this leaves the B site completely open. Although we do have a small rotation coming in. Akaz with the bomb. And the CTs are well equipped for this. They've got plenty of nades. And the AWP is just staring into the side of Ancient. And he's going to take down Karolis. That was a lovely shot here. And it's actually coming back. He almost manages to get him through the smoke. And the T side are very low at this point. However, they are holding their positions. And the bomb is ticking. Samot really is outside the action at this point. And he might be able to catch one off, but Akaz is going to get him first. But MC's going to take down Butters through the wall. And it's Akaz with the spray, and they are going to win the round. That is a good round for the T side, and they're going to hopefully swap out that Galil, and that will be an AWP onto Atikaz, which is what he's been looking for this round, being the primary AWPer for the team. And the CT's economy has really taken a hit from that. Look, we've got 257s on the CT side. We've got a FAMAS coming in. And this is not the sort of utility you want to have. And this force buy, if it doesn't pay off, could set the CTs into a bit of a backwards motion. And this being a CT-sided map, you really can't give any momentum to the T side. Looking at the current scores, it is Akaz leading the way again. But now Atikaz is on the AWP. We'll hope he can do some damage. And Karalius will pick up Fico. Headshot through the wood. And that is one of the guns down already. And he barely managed to do any damage at all. He's only taken 4 HP with that 5-7. And this is where you start to wonder if the force was worth it. Butters, we saw this yesterday. He was very inclined to push. And hopefully he will manage to stay alive. Karalius will take down one on the A site. And that is actually one of the only rifles down. And Emsfi will completely miss his spray. Although Strodge will take down Butters on the B site, but you have to think that the CTs are going to look to save these weapons. They've managed to pick up the AK from Butters, and there is still a FAMAS on Stroge, but that was a good round from the T side, and this could do quite a bit of damage to the CT economy, being that their loss bonus won't be too high at the moment. Thank you. And it looks like the CTs are just planning on sitting on site. I don't think the Ts will try to hunt. They've recently only just gone off a sort of half by themselves, and they need to keep this economy going. And they are now starting to build up a bit of bank. They will obviously have to drop for Butters, but apart from that, T-side are looking very, very strong in this half. 5 rounds already. If they can bring this up to maybe 6 or 7, we're looking at a very, very good half for them. The CT side, again, they managed to save the 2 rifles, and the other 3 members of the team even will save, and I definitely think I prefer this strategy, although you could have thought that D3 maybe could have dropped that 5-7 for one of his teammates, and yeah, just some teamwork could have come in rather than spend the money. I suppose they've only spent 300, but that 5-7, maybe even just non-Kevlar armor, could have been a bit of a better investment, but you never know. They might know better than me. He might be P250 master for all I know. And it's going to be down really to D3 to try and hold this site, and he will go down, and that is one of the only rifles gone down for the CT side, and this round is again looking very good for the Ts. And that is the other rifle down as well. The other 3 pistols were all on the other site, which I suppose that was one way to try and hold. And Akaz is actually going to shoot away the rifle. That is brilliant play from the T side. He doesn't want any of those CTs getting a hold of a gun, because they will look to save. And although the CTs should be able to buy next round, I was about to say if the Ts can keep this flawless, but is he gonna manage to catch him out? And that is a good kill from MZ, who's gonna manage to pick up an AK, and they've managed to recover 2 AKs from this round. And you have to wonder, yes, going for the kills is important, but you were just stopping them saving a pistol. I suppose with the other 2 buying, you may have thought that they were on a buy, but those 2 guns you sacrificed have now given them a chance to get a proper buy together. We should definitely have 4 rifles and some nades put onto the CT side. And however, 6 rounds, T side of Inferno, it is good, although you do have to question the rifles. We have talked about yesterday how the rifles, well, the M4AS, especially M41S even, has been nerfed, and could that affect the balance of some of the maps? We've definitely seen on maps like Dust 2, like 9-6 is much more of a predictable score. I remember watching the Cloud9 game earlier against, I think it was Rocker, and both teams were performing, well, actually one of them performed on the CT side and the other, it really just depends on the team. So you have to say here, although Invisible Threat have got 6 rounds on the T side, will they be able to perform as well on the CT with these supposedly nerfed rifles? Currently in the round, teams looking fairly even, although EMSV is fairly low, and the B site is actually fairly open at this point. There is only one player, and I imagine it's Butters hanging around, and Carolis is going to get taken down by D31 or D313. Interesting name. And really, if Butters could get an entry onto this site, this would actually completely change the round. Although the CTs are slowly rotating a player around, if he can quickly get this entry onto the site, they could be clear. And the bomb is slowly pushing. Butters is going to turn around and he's going to find one, but there is also one on the site. Stroge is still on the site, but the other two, if they can manage to push him before the CTs get there, they can at least get the bomb down in this situation. And they will. Atticus is going to take down Stroge, and it's going to be down to Emsfi and Fico to try and take this back. And he will take down one, and he won't quite get the double spray, although there's only 8 HP left onto Samet. And it is a 1v1. Fico with the much better health advantage. He also has an AK, and this should be an easy retake. And he wins the 1v1. It would have needed a instant headshot, which is definitely possible with the AK, but that is an important round for the CT side. This gives them a chance to build at least a little bit of economy back. I hope they'll be able to buy still. I think both teams will be able to buy, although the CTs, I don't know, they're going to have, yeah, there'll be a FAMAS. Again, it's not the ideal weapon, but FAMAS and some nades, although he's only managed to get a flashbang. There's a lot of nades on the other CTs, apart from Emsfi, who also has no nades, and a full abundance of nades. But I think that was Atticus will get tagged down at the very beginning of the round, as well as Butters taking a hit, and that flame grenade is going to bring Butters down even further. And this damage from the CTs is a great start to the round. Butters is edging further into the flames. I'm not really sure what the plan was there, and he's going to get taken down by D313, and Carolis will return. He's now even back up the round, and this means that the defense of the CTs is split, and if the Ts can push the A site now, they will definitely have an advantage, and it'll be a 2v2 situation. There is a rotation coming in, and they'll need to move quickly. I'd like to see some sort of Molotov, but Procha will take down Carolis, and Fico will also take down Samus. This round is very quickly turning in the way of the CTs, and they have managed to take that round and bring it to a 9-6 half. But as we know, Inferno can be considered quite a CT-sided map. This is not over by any sense of the word. Invisible Threat can definitely bring this back now. As previously said, the scores are currently the wrong way around, so Invisible Threat are now moving to the CT side, and I think the teams are just readying up at the moment. We have to say, we're looking at the star players. Akaz again, same as yesterday, picking up a lot of kills. We did see Butters. I have to say he was a much better on Mirage. His entry fragging on Mirage yesterday was absolutely incredible. His CT play was also brilliant. They managed to bring that map back. But on Inferno, the thing that did bung me a little bit was he had to be more careful with the way he pushed. And we saw in some rounds here, he pushed through without any teammates. And maybe that is the lurker role, but you have to question it sometimes. And we've got a pretty basic setup. Samet with a lot of nades, the kit on Atticaz, and 3 sets of armor. And we've just got a full armor. I'm guessing we're going to see a Glock train coming in here somewhere. Full armor on the T side. And pretty slow looking round. They definitely look like they're moving towards A, and that nade could actually do quite a bit of damage. It's actually only going to take 3 HP, and that's always one of the things I like to talk about, is the nades in this game. That sometimes a nade can do up to 80 or 90 damage, and the next minute it could only do 3. And it looks like all the T's have slowly switched towards the B site. 3 are pushing in, and that is a nice headshot from Butters holding down this site, and the rotation is coming in very fast. Although the T's have somehow managed to take over the site, and the lurker Empty has also managed to take down Akaz, and it's now a 1v3 for Atticaz. He does have a kit. This is something that's very important. If he can get 1, maybe 2 kills, and also there's only armor. There are no nades on the T side, but I think they know where he is, and he's going to get taken down, and that is a 10th round on the board for AllTheRage. Obviously, this is only the first map in the group stage, so no team, or I hope no team, can get eliminated quite yet. But we have to wonder how Invisible Threat are going to come back from this. They need to get some rounds together on the CT side, and they have gone for a force buy. Atticus has again gone for a shotgun. We saw him with the Mag 7 yesterday. And I don't know if he heard me. I was talking to him yesterday after the match because I insulted his buy and then he went and got a double kill. So we'll see if he can do the same with the Nova. Butters also with his trusty Deagle. Something he likes to buy. Something I'm not a massive fan of. I'm a much bigger fan of the 5.7 because you can definitely spray a little bit more. But as Happy showed, it's definitely possible to ace with the Deagle, especially on the B side of Inferno. But that'll be a first entry kill for the T side. SMGs tearing them apart, but Samus will get a double kill straight back onto the T side. And here comes the shotgun of Atticus, again proving how a shotgun, no armor, could definitely get some kills. And Akaz is in the perfect position to catch out the T's, but he'll get taken down. D313 is using an AK, and it's only the rifles that are left on the T side. And Atticus is going to go for this long-range shotgun, and he will take out Procaz. He really does like proving me wrong, this guy. And Butters is going to come around the back, and there's the Deagle. Again, the second I say I don't like a gun, they just come and just kill everyone with it. And that will be a round for the CT side, and that round was absolutely crucial in bringing back this game. They needed to try and break the economy, and they will now have that AK as well. And that is one thing you have to question when buying an AK. If you give up that AK to the CT side, and you can't afford to buy back up, as you can see here, it can really cause some damage. And that AK will be put onto Butters. Atticus is sticking with the Nova, making himself some good bank ready for his ult buy. I think it's 600 per kill on top of whatever bonus they get if they win or lose the round. So he made 1,200 for himself last round. Pretty much paid for itself. And it looks like the T's are just going for a rush into B. The flash coming out from Akaz, and Karolius with the crossfire. And this, although Karolius will get taken down, Akaz is in a very good position. Atticus again with this Nova. Is he going to be able to take him down long range? He will. That's the headshot, and the flank coming in. It looks like the CTs have some sort of idea where he is, and he's going to get caught out by the AK. And an almost flawless round from the CT side, bringing it back to 10-8. And I have to wonder, is Atticus going to finally get rid of this shotgun? He's now coming up against full armor and AKs. It's a much more of a risky buy, and he is gonna change, but he's gonna change to a different shotgun, not just one that does a little bit more damage. So a bit of a sketchy buy coming in from the CT side. It may show how confident they are in this situation, but the question is, can they hold against the 5 AKs? The grenades are not quite perfect on the T side, and there is much more utility, as you can see on the C side. Every single player has a kit except for Karolius, who has an extra incendiary grenade. And it looks like the T's are edging towards a B push, although there are 2 players and one just around the side ready to pounce. That would be Akaz, ready for the rotation if it comes in, and it definitely does look like this is going to be some sort of banana play, unless the T's change their mind or some sort of fake comes in. But they are playing it very slowly. There's 40 seconds left on the clock. Obviously it takes only about 4 seconds to plant the bomb, and the T's are moving in. All 5 T's moving in, and that is an entry onto Sama. It's only Butters left on the site with that AK, but he's going to do a huge amount of damage. 3 kills for Butters, and he's really turned this round in his head. And Akaz has managed to get himself round the side of Ancient, and he will take out Emsfi. He tries to control his spray, and the CTs are just surrounding Fico, and he's really got to... You have to question, they needed to get that corner out, and all the CTs will upgrade their weapons, so it seems like the shotgun buy did pay off, but only really because Butters was amazing in that round with the triple spray down of the T's. And wow, that's where you do miss certain utility. This is where things like a Molotov, you can bounce it off the skybox and actually straight into that position, and that position would have been clear. We could have seen Butters go down straight away, and it would have completely changed it around. So really, guys, you have this one top tip, even though I may not be at this standard of gameplay. Molotovs are crucial, especially on a map like Inferno. The T's have now moved on to some sort of mixed pistol buy, everybody with the P250 except Prokraz, who I imagine may have just balanced out his cash a little bit. Yeah, he's just got himself down to everybody else's level. Looks like they're just trying to play it slow. I imagine the aim here is to try and get a bomb down. There's no armor on anybody on the T side. CT side obviously have all their utility. They've also got a few AKs, and this is another thing that's changed with the change of the M4S, and that is most people will now pick up an AK. Like before, it was kind of hit and miss, and there goes the first entry with an AK. But now that the damage has been reduced, you can't quite spray. Like a one-on-one spray with an AK would have been close before, and Atticus is just burning through these players. He's just destroying them, although he will go down. And this brings it to even Stevens. Everybody on the same score, but the money on the T side is looking, CT side is looking significantly better. And I imagine in this situation, yep, that's going to be a 5 AK buy, 4 nades, and here we are, 4 Molotovs on the T side. This is something that's a lot more exciting. There is also 4 on the CT side, but for an execute, if you can get some Molotovs onto the site, it is crucial. 3 players currently towards the B site, although I think Akaz is going to slowly move back round. And we do have an AWP onto Atticaz now, which is his gun of choice, excluding obviously the Mag 7 and the Nova, which seem to be his personal favourites at the moment. But moving away from that, he is the AWPer for the team. And when he's not showboating, when he's not doing a JW, this is what he will be using, and hopefully he'll be able to make some nice picks. He is currently sitting around the A site, I'm pretty sure, because I think it's Butters and Samet who like to play on B. I think that's the normal setup for the team. Karelius making his presence known around the middle of B, and he is going to flame them out. Again, we're getting down to the 45-second mark for the T side, and they're yet to sort of make a decision. It looks like the bomb is sitting around Banana, but I think after the last time they went B, they might be a little bit wary of Butters. But they are gathering up, and I think at this point they have to be moving towards the B side. And they are going to flash in, and I think Butters is boosted up, but they put the Molotov perfectly into the spot. Akaz is going to pick one up through the smoke, but Butters has gone down on the site. And this is what I was talking about. That Molotov off the skybox has completely taken him out of position and made it a lot easier for him to go down. It's now down to Akaz and Atticaz, and Akaz will take out Strod straight away. And the Molotov's coming in for the CT side, going for the retake. And it will be a cleanup from AllTheRage. And that was a much better executed round from the T side. The use of their nades was much better, mainly because they had more utility to waste. They could throw it into certain positions, make sure that there was no one in their way. And although Butters managed to get 1 kill, he was then forced out of position straight away, meaning that it was a lot easier to work out where everybody was. It was a lot easier to take people out. But Akaz picks up the AWP, and he's just going to straight away take Emp's feet out of the game. And now the CT side definitely have an advantage here. They've definitely got some good utility. They do still have quite a few nades, although Akaz seems to be just freeloading around the site. I think he's now switched up. I think it might be with Samet. So that was it Samet? Yeah, Samet, so that he can now go to the A site, and he will hold down B with this AWP. And I think another AWP is coming in. Is he going to get the shot? And that is Strod straight out of there, and that is a 2-man advantage now for the CT side. And this will hurt the T's if this goes to 11-all, because their economy will be straight back down after winning and losing a round. It looks like this is going to be an A play, and with 3 players already on the A site for the CTs, and with Akaz moving around, this should be an easy pick here. And that's one. Can he get the second? The other is already pushed past him. He's going to get 2, and with 4 members staying alive for the CTs, this is definitely going to help their economy. And the T side, well, they're either going to have to go for some half-assed force, or this is going to be another eco round. And this has been the problem. You look at... Oh, it doesn't come up on this. It's gone. There's normally a thing here, but I imagine the T's have been winning, then losing around, then winning, then losing around, and it just means that they haven't built any economy up. So we're really looking for the T's here. The main thing they're looking for is a bomb plant. Get them that extra money and make sure that they can buy in the next round properly. Although they will be able to, and I think Akaz may have just spotted someone through the smoke, or just before it landed. And this should be an easy kill for Stroj. Carolee is facing completely the wrong way. And this could actually be a change for the CT side. Samos is holding down the side, but will... Oh, and Atticus will go down. And this actually leaves 2 guns in the hands of the T's. But Akaz on the AWP. He's clearly feeling confident today. Samot will go down. But meanwhile... Oh, I don't know how he didn't hit anyone there. Touching the bomb, and a nice easy cleanup for the CTs. Losing 3 men to what was an eco. So it's not a too bad round for AllTheRage there. They did get the bomb down. They did some economic damage. And now they're going to come into this round with a much better buy than they had before. Although I think the CTs should comfortably be able to buy. But if they lose this round, they could be back to an almost eco position. There is a lot of money on Butters at this time. Looks like Akaz is going to pick up an early pick, and that was a beautiful shot through the window. Although the T's were spamming it, they didn't manage to hit him with very much damage. And this man is again on fire today. Already dropping 30 frags. There really is 2 players stepping up for both teams. Akaz on 30 frags with only 24 rounds gone. Although Samot is going to take down by Stroj. And we're looking for Ensfi as well to... He's been stepping up this game. But we want Atticaz get his aim up on the AWP. Caroleus has been going down fairly early, and here we go again. He's just getting taken out, picked apart, and Atticaz will, however, trade it back. And it looks like Akaz is so confident currently on the AWP. Atticaz going for a second, and this is what we want. 2 HP left on the T side. It looks like the CT should take a 2-round lead here. Although he looks like he's just going to try and save this AWP. Although, oh, is he going to push around? Akaz looks away at just the wrong time. And I don't know why the camera has switched to Butters in this situation. He maybe, he picks him up with the pistol. The tag there must have been a leg shot, taking him down 90 health. And that must hurt. And it does look like it's going to be another pistol buy for the T side. And this is one thing they haven't managed on the T side. They haven't managed to get a good economy going. They haven't managed to string any rounds together. And on the CT side, they did manage to get some rounds, but they only got 6, I think. No, they got 9. They got 9. But on the T side, since they've been here, I think they've only had 2 or 3 buys. Just because every time they maybe win a round, they then lose a round, and they're just getting torn apart by Akaz. He does miss the shot. He misses another shot. It doesn't look like it's going to matter. There's only 1 player left, using the CZ even, and Carolee is pushing round, takes him out. And this is 14 rounds to the CT side. Obviously the buy will come in for AllTheRage. Again, they have a lot of nades, but we're looking at these Molotovs. And you look down this side, and there's not. I think there's one or two. No, 2 on the T side, and this does mean that they're not going for any sort of execute really. And this was the thing that worked for them: the execute onto the B site. They Molotov the site, pushed all the CT players out of position, and what this meant was it was fairly easy for them to get onto the site. And unfortunately, because they haven't been able to get these 4 buys in, they haven't been able to get an AWP, they haven't been able to really get into position. They're just taking a lot of battering before they even get to the site. Akaz is sat watching the arch side, Samot just spamming through the smoke, and Butters holding a cheeky position, which is now a lot easier to hold thanks to the update. That is one thing. You could no longer see the barrel through, I think it's sticking out. I don't think the barrel sticks out anymore. And I think Butters is getting ready to flash for his teammate. Although the T's have not yet pushed up, although they are going for another B play. And I think this may be due to the fact that I don't think they managed to win a single round on A. ACAS is rotating in, and I think they've got the read on this one. I think the T side have come far too predictable that when it gets down to this sort of timeline, they will just go B. They never leave it late to go A, and unfortunately what this means for their team is that the CTs are just all over this side at the moment. That's 2 entries, 1 for ACAS, 1 for Butters. Samop going to push through the smoke, and he will take down 2, and that is a great push, and ACAS will finish out the round. And I really think the CTs have run out of ideas. I think that's 3 times in a row now that they've let the time get low and then pushed into the same site, and it just doesn't seem to work for them. Well, apart from the one time when they had all the gear, and being the last round, they now have a sort of, well, I want to say buy coming in, but they've got the 4 AKs, they've got very minimal nades. Galil coming onto Procaz, and, well, I'd be very surprised if they manage to pull off this round, considering even with full utility they haven't managed to, although some teams do seem to play different under eco opportunities, like they may be losing all the buy rounds and then win an eco just because they rushed or because they played a little differently. So definitely keep an eye, but walking through smoke, it's not worth it unless you're happy and you have the timing of a god. You can't just walk through smokes, especially a mid smoke on Inferno that doesn't even cover the side. And Atticaz missing that shot against the Galil, bringing Procaz down to 11 HP, and Fico meanwhile is going to go down, and ACAS is just going absolutely ham in this game. That is 37 frags for this guy. He is going to get taken down, and it's actually looking alright for the T side. It's 2 AKs. There are no real nades left on the CT side, although that Molotov will burn him out of position. But this round is definitely going to come down to Butters, because there is a man sitting just outside, and he is going to catch out Samet. So it's Butters, and he's going to get taken down, and that round should not have gone to the C side. Emsfi coming up big in the round that matters, and he's also dropping 28 frags. It's an unusual day when you dropping 28 frags and you're losing the game, but it's mainly down to this man ACAS on the other side. I said to him earlier today I'm expecting at least 30 frags, and he has definitely delivered. This has gone absolutely crazy. Obviously you can't put it all down to him. Everybody in the team has done their part. The MVP's actually split pretty much evenly throughout all the teams. And he's back on his M4. No AWP currently for the CT side, and it's actually looking to a point that if the T's can win this round, they might actually be able to break the CT economy. Although, well, I was about to say if the CTs win this round, they'll break the economy, but if they win this round, it's game over. However, Stroj has managed to get an AWP. I think this was due to it being dropped the last round by ACAS. So let's see what this guy can do. He's currently sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard, maybe because they haven't had the economy to get him on the gun he likes to use. So hopefully we'll see something. A flash coming in from Butters will actually reveal there's 2 people on Banana, but the others are currently pushing up mid, and Karelius is going to be playing a crucial role here. If they decide to push round, sure, and they have done, there is slowly a player pushing round, and he hasn't spotted anyone yet. He has managed to catch out Atticaz though, who was sat on the site, and ACAS is going to try and push round, and Karelius will get taken down, so will ACAS. And you have to wonder if the CTs are going to try and save in this situation. I think that's what the plan is. Butters and Samet sat on the B site, while a 4v2 clutch is not really worth it. They are going to go for a boost to try and catch out anybody pushing into the spawn. But that was a good executed round from the T side. It was pick play. It wasn't a like clever nade. There wasn't anything really going for them. They just pushed in, hit the headshot, and wow, that's really what they need. Maybe that's their style. Maybe that's what they need to do. I wonder if this boost is going to come into play. He would have just spotted the player. But I think they're going to get away with these 2 guns. And it looks like the CTs are going to buy into this round. Atticaz, however, is quite low. I'm wondering if... Oh, he's not going to go for a shotgun. They've dropped him a FAMAS. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping we were going to see a Nova or Mag 7 play come in. But a reasonable buy for the CT side. But I'm liking the look of the nades on the tees. I think they had 3 Molotovs. I think one has just been thrown. D313 is just throwing all his nades at the beginning of the round, trying to do some damage, and they haven't actually. There's a lot of nades gone, and I don't think it's done anything so far. So, bit of an interesting play. Did someone just get him straight through the smoke? Did I miss something there? He must have seen something I didn't, but the little spray through the smoke from Samos will take down Stroj, who has really been having a nightmare today. And that is an advantage for the CT side. A flash coming in from Akaz to flash himself through, and it is executed perfectly. And Fico down to 2 health. He's currently sitting in the corner. There's actually 2 coming around the arch side of A. And Akaz is being blocked out by the smoke, but that spray, he's going to go for the flashbang again, and I am enjoying this flash. This flash works twice. And you have to think, Fico, wow, how did you not see that coming? It's the exact same flash, and Carolius will take that one through the wood, and unless D313 can pull out something amazing here, he's got 2. He's got 3 more to go, though. He's only got 17 health, and with him slowly being surrounded, Samet coming from one side, Butters coming from the other, Carolius is going to peek, and that is a win for Invisible Threat. They've actually managed to switch the scores at the end just to help me out. Not that they couldn't do that the whole way through, but that is win number 1 going to Invisible Threat. Well played. We have